Hi everyone, it's Regina here at Solutions 8. We get a lot of people asking us, how much budget do I need to start with? How much budget would you recommend? So the answer to that question depends on, if you're e-commerce, depends on how many products you have that you're trying to sell. So every single product is like its own little microcosm of a business, right? It has its own keywords, it has its own people searching for it, its own demographic. You might have similar demographics across products if your store is, themed, if it's not like a Brookstone style store. But that being said, each product, one could be a hit, one could be a miss. And so the amount of budget that you need changes when you have more products, because the algorithm needs to test every single one of those products and needs to understand how to sell every single one of those products. And the way that the algorithm optimizes is it has a frequency of conversion data for every single product, right? So if you have a sale for a product every single week, the algorithm is going to have many more patterns for that product, many more, it's going to be up to date on, what's going on in the market, where are those pockets of people. It's going to have a better handle on which people that come to the site are bound to come back, and therefore it's going to bid higher on those remarketing visitors, that kind of a thing. So something that we've been looking at a lot here at Solutions 8 is, exactly how many products can we promote with the budget that the business is willing to work with. So it's not necessarily how much budget, because if you come to us and you have 9,000 products, it's going to be an enormous budget and too much risk with not enough, cash flow to accept. And so instead, it's more like pick a budget, and then we try to focus on how many products we can promote with that budget until we add more budget. So I want to show you how to think through this, and also a strategy on how to handle it, how to handle putting the budget towards a smaller amount of products. So let me zoom in a little bit here. This is a spreadsheet that I made that helps kind of think about how many products can we afford to promote with the budget that's available. So in our main smart shopping campaign, let's say we have, actually, let me look at a client as an example. It's just more fun that way. So here we have $100 going towards our main smart shopping campaign. Okay, so we have $195 a day for this client, but we need about 10 for here and 85 for here. So we're going to put about 100 for here. All right, so I'm going to go to the spreadsheet and set aside $100 for my main campaign every day. Now I want to figure out, how much am I selling a product for? And so I picked about 3 months worth of data. Actually, I think this is 2.5 months. I didn't want to get too close to today due to the time lag. So the cost per conversion for the past 2.5 months for that campaign is about $52. Now, if you're just starting out, you might not know this data. So it's going to be a little bit of testing the waters and then sort of figuring it out after the fact. So $52 it costs to get a sale. So I'm going to put 52 here. Oops. Now, how frequently do you want each product to sell on average? So we recommend about 1 sale per week per product. If you're getting a sale every other month, the algorithm doesn't have those patterns. It doesn't have that frequency to be able to really build up some momentum and know where to go and find the more profitable conversions, especially when you tell the campaign, hey, we need you to get us a 300% return, or else do not even bother bidding, right? By adding a target ROAS goal, it's going to say, okay, but I don't have enough data on this product because the last sale that I got was 2 months ago. So if we want to sell every 7 days, we can only handle for this campaign about 13 products. 13 products max. Now, I know that this client has more than 13 products, so we need to decide what to do. Now, making products inactive isn't necessarily recommended. It has a negative side effect of, let's say there's, I think this account has about 50 products. So let's say we make all of them inactive except for 13. Well, now we're basically turning off our remarketing, right? Because if someone goes to the website, and then they're shopping for a similar product or something that if someone goes to the website, views one of our products that's inactive, that has an inactive ad, then they're back in the shopping area or they're surfing the web. We don't have any remarketing ability because that remarketing ad has been turned off. So something you can do to compensate for this, if you do decide to make products inactive, is you can turn on dynamic remarketing, like a display remarketing or video remarketing. But this is what we've been using recently instead. So what we do is we use Smart Shopping as remarketing. So this is another account that needed to have a smaller amount of products that we were promoting. So we put 80% of the budget into the main campaign. We put a small amount of products. We used that spreadsheet that I just showed you to figure out how many. We're calling it products with scale or goal focus. And then all of the products that we would have made inactive, instead, we're keeping them inactive, but they're in a separate campaign and they have a small amount of budget. Now, I specifically named this products with a remarketing/testing focus. And I did that because this return on ad spend, this campaign is going to look like it's successful, right? With such a low budget, it's easy for the algorithm in this campaign to get us a really high return because it doesn't have any scale. Don't get tricked by that. Stay focused on the fact that this is simply a remarketing campaign, and put most of your budget into a smaller amount of products. Which products should you put into your campaign? That's a whole nother story. Our strategy recently is to run the ads for a month, maybe 2 months. And then once you have some top performer products coming, bubbling to the top performing, meaning that, the algorithm has tested it. It has made about 3 sales. It shows that the return on ad spend is not too low. It's actually close to your goal at least. Once you have that handful of top performers, those are the ones you want to put most of the money and try to scale those. Another way to do it if you're just starting out and, you don't want to wait those 2 months is you can just pick the products that are either your top sellers or, you have a slightly higher profit margin with those ones. And then once you hit your goal, right, of spending all this money and making your return on ad spend for the overall account, then you get to add budget to your main campaign. When you add budget to your main campaign, go back to your spreadsheet, punch in, update your numbers. How much daily budget do you have to work with right now on that campaign? What's the average cost per conversion lately? Because this will change. This will change seasonally. This will change, based on how much scale you have. And so you want to update this and figure out how many more products you get to add into that main Smart Shopping campaign. Now, you don't have to do this method. Of course, you can always just put all your products into one big Smart Shopping campaign and just wait it out, right? The algorithm will eventually test all those products. But sometimes it can be painfully slow and a little bit frustrating because the algorithm will, put all the money towards one product that's, maybe not hitting your goal and hitting your return on ad spend goal. And then you don't have like a pattern for any of the other products because they've received none of the budget and, you get my gist. And that's what we see commonly is with these big lists of products is, 99% of the products just haven't even been tested and only a couple have at the top. And out of that, only one of them can get the return that we're looking for. So we need to sort of force more budget into a smaller amount of products. And this is one way to go about it. All right. So happy Smart Shopping splitting. This math equation, if you want to make a spreadsheet like this, is simply, cost. Well, it's budget divided by cost per conversion. And then, of course, you're going to multiply that by the amount of days per week, which in my case is 7. So you can see how my math works right here. And it's a pretty basic calculation. You don't even have to make a spreadsheet for it. You can just do it in your head. Not me. But best of luck to you. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe. Thanks.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know we actually know what we're doing. We shoot a video every single day, so if you want to be notified, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any input, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We get very little human interaction. Thanks for supporting our channel, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.